is some brilliant spin. Because everyone knows the governor messed up with this executive order, but you can't be like, we messed up, here's our redo. You can't. That just doesn't fly. It's not, doesn't have that je ne sais quoi.
Well, let's ask Shawn. Shawn, with all those years that you were working for Governor Camacho, good morning, by the way, brother.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever issue like an executive order and then have to, amend it, roll it back, say we're modifying it anyway? And how did you approach like the whole messaging of that so it would hopefully still instill confidence in the community?
Did you call it refined?
Well, first off, I will say that on executive orders, they were we had to put a lot of time into making sure that what we were about to, or the governor was about to sign, was really going to be the full direction of the government of Guam. Now, in fairness, in these very extraordinary times, the complexity of issues such as the pandemic, I think we've seen probably more executive orders signed at any time in the history of Guam. So I think that we have to just kind of appreciate just how much, how many have been signed. But also, before you roll out, before you go forward, the best thing that the team at Adelup was probably doing, I had a chance to read some of it, especially some of the U.S. EEOC references, Supreme Court references. It was well thought, but again, it goes back to when you're executing it, it's making sure you really want to have exactly your direction in that document when you put your the pen to the paper, so to speak.
That's not what's happening.
And so, in all fairness, it really had to be really well thought before rolling out.
Yeah. In terms of volume, just because Shawn brought it up, I'm looking at the number right now, and this the executive order that came out yesterday is Executive Order 2021-20.
Yeah, so it's the 20th one of this year.
Right.
Shawn,
So in terms of volume, that is substantial.
there's a lot, and we're gonna kind of get back to Shawn and that thought, but we did have a caller with some questions on the line. Good morning, welcome to the link.
Good morning. Good morning. I have a question. So, like, what if my, most of my family members are vaccinated, but my youngest isn't because of his age? Are we still able to dine out because maybe his birthday is coming up? Are we still able to dine out, or does he need to get vaccinated? But even though he's still not at the age to get vaccinated yet.
How old is the child?
He's 9 years old.
Oh. So he's nowhere near the 12-year-old.
Right.
Yeah. That is a interesting question that I don't... Does anyone out there know the answer to that one? Because I don't.
Crickets. No.
Yeah, crickets. I think you got to leave him in the car, but, crack the window a little bit. No, it's okay, the gov said, because it's separating the families.
Yeah, but it's his birthday.
Yeah, well, you can bring the cake out to the car. Hello.
Okay. All right.
We'll get an answer for you, sir, but, it would be nice if they thought of these things beforehand, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. But what did you make of the new changes? So now the change is that you can just go to the restaurant or wherever and you can say, hey, I'm vaccinated, or hey, I got my first shot, and then you can dine in now.
Well, I'm okay with that. I took a picture of my vaccination card. Do we really have to have it on hand, or
no? You don't.
Yeah,
it's honor system.
Yeah, hey, sir. Sir. Sabrina is actually dropping her boy at school right now, but she actually jumps in our WhatsApp group chat and she goes, "Yes, he can go."
Yes, the child is allowed.
Okay, that's cool.
Sir, the child is allowed. Let the child eat. Let the child eat. Thank you, Governor Lou. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys.
Thank you, Governor Lou. Thank you for letting our children eat with us. Thank you. Oh, so grateful for that. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Right on. Let's just hear the link. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What's up?
One more question. Since now that we
Can you turn down your radio? Because I know you like hearing me loud. I appreciate that, though. Yeah.
Okay, now that the thing is out, if we only get one shot, are we allowed now to fly out like on vacation with that one shot or no?
Oh, that's a good one because you need to prove vaccination to come in.
Yeah, right.
Right? Oh, that's a good question.
We still have the CDC.
Everyone's listening because my phone is blowing up. So, Dr. Hoa, anybody? This is the question. So now that they're letting the partially vaccinated dine in, can the partially vaccinated, when they return to Guam, What is it if you're vaxxed, you just go home? If you're fully vaxxed, you go home. So what if you only got the one shot? Because we're allowing the one-shotters to go eat in the movie theater and to go to the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's anybody? Adelup? No, they don't. Crickets. Anybody?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out for you, sir. We'll get the
you
answer.
know what? We are going to find out if it's the last thing I do. I ain't going to die for the answer or anything, but I'm going to try very hard.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so what did you make, though, of this whole, like, they come out with something Friday, and then they come out with something in the middle of the night, and it changes everything, and...
I don't know. It's kind of throwing us off. I'm getting confused.
Yeah. Isn't that unfortunate that Adelup's communications failure is making you confused? That's, to me, the biggest problem I have, is they have no idea how much their cluelessness affects people out here in their day-to-day lives. It's very sad. I'm getting kind of emotional because they fail at their job in communicating the messaging that we need to hear, and it means people out there are running around, they're confused, they're anxious, they don't know what is going on, all because they don't have their crap together at Adelup to put out a message in a timely manner that's effective.
I don't know. Maybe Lou just wanted to show like she has the power to do it, but kind of failed on her. So
Right.
she's trying to make it up and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Flex and then unflex.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Thanks.
Right. Okay. We'll take one more call here. Good morning, The Link.
Good morning.
You have a question, sir? My name is Chris.
Yeah, just a question and more like a concern
Okay.
about the unvaccinated. They're not allowed anywhere like completely. They have to take
No.
the shot.
Sorry, sir. They changed it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. This is the new change, all right? That happened last night. What time did you go to bed last night?
Man, I would say probably like midnight.
Midnight. Oh, so you're up with the governor. The governor was up at like 10 last night shooting out executive orders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She normally works the banker's hours, but I guess last night they're like, man, Auntie Lou, you got to do something because the people are mad. So the new thing now is that you have to self-attest. So if you go to eat at, King's or somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you have to hold up your right hand and you have to say, I swear. No, you sign a paper and you say, yeah, I've got at least the first shot. So you need at least the first shot. Have you had any of the jabs?
Well, I mean, the thing is, that's the thing. I'm kind of sketched out to take the test. I mean, the shot.
Right. So then you have to eat in the back and wash the dishes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's still no change. So if you're totally unvaccinated, then good luck. And you're not in, you're out.
All right. Thanks for that.
Sorry, man. Hey, I'm sorry, dude. I feel for you,
Hey,
bro. It's
that's-
not right.
That's
It's not
no
right.
problem. Yeah.
When's the last time you ate out?
I would say probably like maybe last month.
Right. So you can do takeout, though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm more concerned about like heading into like, for example, the mall to make payments at like IT&E.
Right. So,
They won't allow me completely.
well, what they had said in the guidance was that they were not allowing you into the food court because you removed the mask
Right.
and you eat. But yesterday, my friend went to the food court and she just waltzed right in. So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
So
but
just
again,
for
sir,
the-
that where they're really like keying in on purging the unvaccinated is where you remove the mask and you eat and stuff. But that I mean, if you got the first shot though, you're cool because you're 30% better than the guy who like you who has no shot.
Right, 0%.
Does it make sense to you really? Because we're trying to prevent the spread of COVID, but I'm not sure if this does that.
Right. So that's where I'm also like confused as to why I need to take the shot if I'm still gonna catch it either way.
I feel you, sir. I'm vaccinated, totally vaccinated, but I don't think you got to be forced into taking it. And even if you don't want to take it, for me, that's a good enough reason. You just, be safe, dude. Don't be crazy out here running around spitting on people. Just wear your mask and, do what you got to do, right?
Right. So also with that, it's just also about my job. That's why they're also questioning me if I'm gonna take the vaccination or not.
Can you tell us what type of business you work for?
Rent-a-car service.
Okay. So, what do they say? Like you have to take the shot or?
No, I mean, they're just more concerned about me if I took the shot yet. So I don't know how to explain to them that I can't really, because I'm not too 100% sure on this.
Yeah.
vaccination.
Well, it was FDA approved this morning, so you can't use the argument that it's an experimental
Right.
shot anymore. But what you can say is that, you have religious reasons for not wanting to take it.
Okay.
And the private employer, because we had a human resources lawyer on a couple weeks ago, because we thought about this. We think about these things on the link. How is this going to affect the little guy who's working hard, renting cars to people?
Right.
And so that was the answer from the human resources attorney, Mike Pangolina, and he said that if you say that you have religious reasons and your employer is just supposed to be like, okay. They're not supposed to interrogate you and be like, wait, I never seen you at Mass.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you good?
They're going to check how much you dropped in the collection plate.
Are you feeling okay, man? I know it's a confusing time for so many of us.
Yeah, so it's just, I'm just trying to get by. Trying not to catch it as well.
Well, be safe, all right?
All right, thanks for
Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break in just a sec. But, Shawn, just going back to this communications thing.
Right.
You heard the guy, and he's just one guy on the phone. You know, there's many people out there who aren't calling, who are busy taking their kids to school, who just really, it's like tug of war. We're getting pulled this way, we're getting pulled that way. Oh, 9:30, no, we're going to change it. Oh, here's an Instagram video. Oh, here, you know what I mean? There's just no consistent, effective messaging. Like, I don't even know what is the message from Adelup. What's the message? Because Friday it was the unvaccinated need to be purged. Now today it's like...
That's a tough answer. I think those callers are a perfect example of when, as we think about this as the consumers of the information, the general public, when we're waiting and looking for guidance, and that information comes and it might not be so great, that this is the kind of reaction you'll get. Those three callers reflect the greater community. I'm hoping that Adelup's listening this morning, and they're monitoring what's happening on KOAM. When we think about all of the partners, they're reaching all 160,000 people. It's a safe bet that most people are listening, reading, or taking in all of the media for the most part. And you're helping them set an agenda to get this word out, whether it's vaccination, whether it's mask up, whether it's be nice to people. That is the kind of how you all or the media works with our leaders to get that word out. When that message is a bit garbled, or there's some problems in that message, that's when the problems begin for all of our people who are just trying to scratch out a living. Maybe they're trying to take their kids to school, as you say. They're just trying to do what's right, and this is challenging times already. Pile on the messaging, and it becomes even more challenging for everyone as they're going about their daily lives.
Yeah, and I don't think they get it, that they don't understand the impact. I mean, it's not just like you put on a nice outfit and you go to Adelup and you look sharp and, you open the door for the governor. That's not really what it's about. It's about these people who are calling in, who are totally confused, who are anxious, who are fearful, who are angry, all because they don't know what the message is. They don't know the information. And so we're doing our part in here. Right. But I mean, when we got to untangle everything, it's a little frustrating.
No, it is frustrating. I think that is, for the most part, for all of us, we said at the very beginning of your containing COVID, it's reassuring and realistic must be the direction, and all of our leaders, not just the governor of Guam, but all of across our government, our civic leaders. The person talked about trying to fly. I mean, I just came off a United Airlines flight. There's a lot of information being disseminated by these large corporations who engage people. So it's not just our government leaders, but it's everyone who's involved in trying to provide some level of service or something to our community, especially as they're just trying to live their lives during these extraordinary times.
Thank you, Shawn Gumataotao. We're going to get him on later in the week. I know there's probably a new episode of That's It, That's All, but always just so grateful for any time you can spend with us.
I think, Chris, that the episode this week is going to be just about this topic, I believe, and that's where I'm heading, I believe.
Nice. So jump on later, and we'll get into it.
For sure.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, then.
Shawn Gumataotao.
All right, guys, listen, you guys have a great day. Everybody have a great morning as you're listening, and watch the roads.
There you go. At 7:27, we'll take a quick break, and we're coming back. Oh, also to our friend who called in that works at the rental car place, if you don't want to get vaccinated, then the refined executive order allows you to be tested once a week instead. So that's the deal. And you would get tested over at the public health testing site, which I believe is in Tejan. But that's something they really got to work on, because if we're migrating all these private sector employees and the GovGuam employees as well, if they don't want to adhere to the vaccine mandate, then they go line up at public health testing. But we're seeing 50, 100 cars deep of a line. So they've also got to figure that part. I just want to key in on what Shawn said, and it's unfortunate because we're in a rapidly evolving situation. Everyone knows that. But it just seems like they wake up in the morning and I'm going to put out an executive order. Okay, go put that out. Oh, damn, there's problems with that. Okay, give it back. Let's go refine it. Okay, go put it out again. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that if you're going to come out with these huge policies that you plan ahead and you know. But here we are, and it is what it is basically what it is. It's Tuesday, August 24th. We're coming back with some senators in the Guam legislature. Again, the big changes to the refined executive order, which came out at 9:30 last night. The governor also shot out a Facebook message. And the new deal is that you no longer have to present proof of vaccination, that you can self-attest that you have at least received one shot of any of the vaccines. So if you have one shot in you, you can go and you can enjoy the freedoms that living under this great democracy, unless you're unvaccinated, have to offer. Right? So that's the deal. You sign in at whatever restaurant you have. Also, private sector employees, if you don't want to get vaccinated, whatever your reason is, then you have to be taking a weekly test, just like the GovGuam employees. All right? So those were the big changes, pretty much. If there's more, we'll get into it with Sabrina when she gets back. It's 7:28, though, so we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with, first we'll get Senator